You can see we have a notification for a new text message up here. That pulls us up immediately into the text message application. I'll show you how the keyboard works. It has really good autocorrect functions and everything like that. This is a mistake. And you can see it's bolding mistake there because it knows that's what I really meant. I've been really impressed by the keyboard. I think it actually works a little bit better on this 3.8-inch display than it does on the larger displays like on the Samsung Focus. You also have options for landscape mode. And you can do things like double tap space to get a period and just send it off. Go back to the messaging app. You can see this is what the inbox looks like. There's the message we were just reading. Pull up pictures. Long press on word pictures up here to have the background changed. You change it to something arbitrary. Yeah, this is one of the shots I took, or you can let the phone choose for itself. Some of the images, you'll notice that there are things pulled in from Facebook and Windows Live, which is kind of cool. Camera roll is the pictures that were just taken. There's some I took in the front lawn. Multi-touch zoom controls. Camera does pretty well. The white balance tends to be a little bit on the blue cold side of things though. It's not as good as Samsung's camera. I want to show you how you can activate the camera even when the phone is in standby mode. I'm just going to long press the button here and it'll vibrate a little bit and immediately unlock and activate the camera. You can see our friend R2-D2 there. Just going to press the shutter button part of the way, take the photo. Notice how the photo slid over. We can also look at it right away. One of the cool features though is throwing it into film strip mode, so you can go through and quickly scan through the photos. You'll see that that's a live picture right there, and just tap on that again to activate it. You can shoot 720p video as well. Also does a pretty good job, just like the other Windows Phone 7 devices I've seen so far. I'm going to demonstrate voice command here. I'm going to long press this button, the Windows button, to bring up the voice command system. Open calendar. And now let's open the calendar. So you have day and agenda views as well as month view. If I tap on a different date, it pulls that up in the day and agenda view. You can see there's a multicolor things here. It's an all-day events, hollow, and different colors for different calendars. This is my Exchange calendar, and this one's coming from our demo Gmail account. As I switch up and down, you'll notice the date at the top of the page changing. And I swipe over, and you can take a look at the calendar. You can see my friend Brad Kellett, his birthday is on the 21st, so it's coming up. Happy birthday, Brad. And you can see a really good looking calendar in general. Everything looks quite nice. Swipe up and down in order to get from month to month. Pull up this appointment here and edit it, just so you can see how some of the cool UI tweaks here for changing dates and things like that. And if you haven't noticed, the next upcoming appointment always shows in the calendar tile. It also shows down at the bottom of the lock screen. Right here it says the same thing. I'm pretty disappointed with the profile support in Windows Phone 7. You can see I'm using the volume key here, and it adjusts the ring volume up and down. And I can tap this button to go from ring to vibrate. There's no way to easily go into a true silent mode though. You have to go into the settings and turn vibration off. And the bigger problem though is that that volume level, 17, is going to be used by everything. It's used by the applications that are running, games, music, and also used by the ringtone. So you can't actually have it set up so your ringtone's normal and the game's playing at a very low volume or your music's playing at a low volume. So here's the web browser. This is Internet Explorer. It's based on bits and pieces from IE7 and IE8. I'll just pull up one of the stories here quickly. This is the mobile version of mobileburn.com. Everything goes quite quickly. You have multi-touch and double tap zooming, of course. Going to load this up on the full site so you can see what it looks like. Now, notice this isn't as nice looking as some of the other web browsers show up because this browser does not support WebKit extensions. So, but you can see how quickly everything loads up, and even while it's still loading, I'm able to zoom and fully interact with the page, which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's a really fast browser. The only problem is that it doesn't reflow text when you zoom in tightly. So there are times when you might zoom in like this, and then you won't be able to read all of the text. A lot of sites work just fine with that. There's some of them that have a really wide format, and it turns out to be a little bit of a problem because you just can't get in close enough, even with the wide VGA resolution display. You only have controls when you're in portrait mode. You can see the menu right here. You can also get access to the URL bar here, and you can search on things quite easily right from there. And that'll bring up Bing search results. No Flash support, no Silverlight support. An external YouTube client is supposed to be available. It's not available yet. This is still before the official launch of the platform, though, so that's not unexpected. You can see I have support for multiple windows. You can have up to 6 windows open at once, and quickly tap to move between them. Favorites here, along with history. And you can easily add a new favorite as well. This slightly early version of the Optimus 7 doesn't have LG's voice-to-text application loaded, but we do have some other applications: Scan Search, the Panorama Shot, and Play2, which is the DLNA client. I'm going to try to show you Scan Search. It's one of those augmented reality type applications, and what it does is it tries to, as you point the camera to things, it tries to show you what things are actually there. Right now it's looking for coffee houses, and if I can get that, you can see it's talking about oh, it's actually not coffee houses, it's medicines or pharmacists. You can see it sees the Rite Aid in the area. It's kind of hard to demonstrate on video, but if you look up the top corner, you can see the radar type thing showing all the pharmacies in the area. You can switch your categories too. Of course, this is coffee, which is what I thought I had originally. And you can see there are a couple of coffee places in the area as well. Here is the Office mobile client. I already showed you how you can open some documents. I'm going to create a new note here. OneNote automatically synchronizes to the cloud. You can get to it on Microsoft's website. Quick test here, and then I can put in a quick photo. Our friend R2-D2, and there's the note. You see we have some formatting capabilities, but since you can't select more than one word at a time, let's see, kind of hard to do formatting. Just back out and should prompt to save. There it goes, just saving automatically. Now this node will be synchronized with the cloud quite soon. Quick PowerPoint demo. Just telling you a little bit about it. Has full animation support, really good PowerPoint client, and also Excel, full graphics support and everything. SharePoint support if you ever use that. Probably not a lot of consumers do though. This Netflix app is not a built-in part of the Optimus 7, of course. I just wanted to show you some of the cool applications that are starting to show up for Windows Phone 7. So take a look at my instant queue here, and then I can quickly play one of those, or of course I can just resume what my son was watching the other day. It's Thomas and Friends, Thomas the Tank Engine kids film. Pulling down some of the information. We're on a Wi-Fi connection right now. It's going to buffer, and hopefully we'll see the movie start in a second. And there it is. So that's my quick look at the LG Optimus 7, the Windows Phone 7 smartphone from LG. It's available in Europe and other parts of the world. Also going to be available up in Canada from TELUS, I believe. It has really good reception. Call audio is pretty decent, but the speakerphone is absolutely abysmal. I'm just hoping this is a bad unit, but really, really poor quality speakerphone. But call audio in general otherwise is good, and the reception is really, really magnificent. Even with Wi-Fi, it just holds onto a connection like you can't possibly imagine. Fun little device. It's been pretty stable. I've had a couple of problems with it not wanting to turn on or wake up from standby instantly. But otherwise, it's been really a nice device to work with. So again, that's the LG Optimus 7. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.